Previously on the War-Torn Task. The challenge begun and the insanity started setting in. We kicked off with the Alliance side of the main campaign and spent 9 hours in Tiragard Sound getting distracted by side quests, rares, and a new nemesis in the form of a turtle. No. Okay. We started picking bits up and adding to the collection, and at the end of Tiragard we ended with a 30.38% of BFA done. It may not seem like much, but considering I have done the campaign of BFA more times than any, I would say this is quite impressive. But how much will that go up today? Well, keep watching, I'm literally about to tell you. The War-Torn Task is filmed in front of a live studio audience. Welcome back to the War-Torn Task of 100% completing Battle for Azeroth. Firstly, before we start, I want to say a huge thank you for the love on the first episode. I'm so glad to see people enjoying the series, and I'm excited to keep going on and one day achieve this somewhat out of reach for now goal. It's day 3 of the challenge, and we're kicking off with getting Drusvar ticked off the list. Speaking of the list, in the previous episode, I showed what the first 3 characters will need to do in terms of the campaigns and quests. Following the first episode as well, I also have been informed that it's not 3 times I have to do it. It's 4. That's a later problem. I'm not dealing with it right now. This is a later problem! Now, we've already done Tiragard Sound, so that's 1 check off the list. However, in this episode, I want to try and get a lot more done than we did last time, so strap in, as I'm going to quickfire a lot of this. We arrive in Drusvar to find everyone is playing the best game of musical statues that I've ever seen. We discover that they have been cursed by a witch, free them from it, then head into another part of town to see where the problem is coming from. But on the way, we come across a rare, and... Oh fuck. So that didn't work. No, we're not doing this again. It's an old thing now. At this point, we meet Lucille Waycrest, who is currently on trial suspected of being a witch. We clear her name and uncover that the witches have spread all over Drusvar and are hiding among us. Sam, in the edit, you know what you have to do here? Wait, what? What? No, I don't. We form the Order of Embers to combat the witches and then get a pop-up. We can now get our heritage armor. Now, based on the amount of heritage armor questlines I've done in my time, I was prepared for a long, arduous, and time-consuming questline. Looking at you, Night Elves! You had no right to be that much of a pain in the ass! Sorry to any of my neighbours that can hear me, it's not an argument. I just do silly YouTube stuff.
I have no time for idle chatter. Champion, it is with great respect and admiration.
Well, shit. At the same time that the Heritage quest becomes available, the quest in Borealis to get our Heart of Azeroth necklace also pops up. This is something on the checklist that we will need to put some time into. The Heart of Azeroth, for completion, will involve gathering every single essence available for it, which is a borrowed power system. I know! Which gives you new abilities or stat buffs depending on which one you're using. They're split into major and minor essences, and in order to tick them off in all the things, we will need to fully upgrade every single one of them. We can get these essences either by buying them from rep vendors, getting them as drops from certain raids, PvP instances, island expeditions, but by far the ones that I am least looking forward to are the ones where you have to combine a set amount of a certain item to create it. So this will take some time to do. We get the Heart of Azeroth, hear the word champion more times than I'd like to, and head on back to Drusvar to finish off the story. We get to the end of Drusvar to discover that Lucille's mother is behind the witch's takeover, as she herself is a witch. And then that's it, video's over, roll credits! Next up, Stormsong Valley, but not before a few, transport difficulties on the way. Sorry, it was right there, I had to. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There we go, I'm free. Stormsong has us starting out by investigating the Stormsong Monastery in Borealis to see if we can find out where the missing Kul Tiran fleet is. On the way, plot armor tells us about the fleet and what it means to Kul Tiran, and I depart some sage wisdom. There's nothing wrong with a bit of self-hatred. Whilst investigating the monastery, we start to uncover corruption in their ranks and are told to speak to Brother Alan, who tells us to discreetly follow him.
Follow me. Eyes down.
Okay, eyes down, but now I can't see the screen. I can't see the screen now. So how does this work? How does this work? I can't see the screen. Alan tells us that the fleet isn't lost but is being held prisoner by Lord Stormsong, so we fly to Stormsong Valley to try and find out more. We head to Brennerdam to meet Brother Pike, and on our way to go find out what's going on, we make a discovery. Oh, rest.
Put your backs into it, you lazy meat sacks.
2 out of 4. There is still stuff I am missing. There is a mount I'm missing from him. He has a mount that can drop. Oh fuck, I'm about to die. Ah, I died. Okay, I got a little bit overwhelmed there. But that's fine. He has a mount that can drop, and I want it. Okay, so it's good to know that there is a farmable mount that I can get. That will be good for when we overpower everything, and I can just keep going in and smacking shit in the face.
Finally free.
Are you going to drop it?
Let's get out of here.
No, he's not. The mount in question is Golden Mane's Reins, and according to Wowhead, it has a drop rate of holy shit, what? Luckily, it isn't just Foreman scripts it drops from, and it can be farmed from certain mobs, but at this point, after not getting it on the first attempt, I decided to give it a go every time we flew past Stormsong to farm it from him passively. As we carry on the story, we slowly learn how bad the corruption has seeped into Stormsong Valley, so we head on over to the Addington shipyard to free labourers that are being mind controlled.
Fly, you fools!
How did I never notice that? How did I never notice that reference? Eventually, after a lot of freeing people, we learn that Lord Stormsong is in dealings with an old god. You know, the one thing that BFA was never gonna have. We work our way through the valley to get to the Shrine of the Storm and have to deal with this ugly bastard.
The storm's weight will never waver.
Okay. He's dead. And then that's it. Seriously. Stormsong Valley, it's done. It's over. It's finished. It's done. So now that means that all 3 Leveling Zone's main campaigns are done. We'll come back and we'll do the side quests at a later time when we have a bit more progress in BFA, so for now I decided the next best thing to do was to leave Chromie Time and crack on with the Kul Tiran epilogue. The questline isn't that long, but to give you the quick version, Catherine wants to reunite with Jaina after Gen convinced her to find her, so we find out where Ashvane has sent her to. We go to Freehold as she's hired the Iron Tide to move her and steal some bits from the pirates, then get tasked with going to Tul Dagor to get a skeleton key. But... oh, it wants me to do Tul Dagor. Can I solo Tul Dagor yet? Dungeon difficulty normal. Can I solo it? How do I get in? Where's the entrance? It's over here. There it is. I remember it from back in the day. Right, let's see. Level 60. Okay, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to solo this. Okay.
Stay low. They haven't spotted us yet.
Interesting. Okay, we might have to come back to this. So, at this point, I have a confession to make.
I entered this dungeon fully expecting to be instantly deleted by the first thing I saw. But off-stream it turned out to be the easiest fight of my life. By Tansati TV. I, 27M, entered the Toll Dagger dungeon on a whim after leaving it on stream thinking it was going to be hard as I was too low level. However, after walking in off-stream after someone suggested to try it again.
Yeah, turned out it was quite easy. Whoops. After bringing the key back, we discovered Jaina was taken to Fate's End for some more daddy issues reliving, and worked to get her out of there. During this questline, we were also asked to do the Shrine of the Storm and Waycrest Manor dungeons, which allowed us not only to complete the quests we picked up after finishing their storylines to clear them, but also got us some new items as well for the collection. But it was also at this point that we discovered that the appearances that dropped from all of the dungeons were unique for each difficulty, which means we have to collect every single piece of transmog from every single dungeon on all 3 difficulties, as if the list wasn't long enough. We get into Fate's End, free Jaina, and then it's time to run Siege of Borealis for the story, so we get even more items and free the Kul Tiran fleet, and that is now the Kul Tiran epilogue done, and another tick off the list. After this was all done, I decided now was the best time to go and do our first raid, All Deer. I'm starting with the mythic versions of the raids as they take the longest to clear, so I'd rather get them out the way as quickly as possible. It started off quite well, if I do say so myself. Although the bosses did take a fair amount of time to kill, the first boss Talok went down without a hitch. All Deer to the weekly rotation. Lovely. Mother, on the other hand, was a different story. Okay. Oh, how did I die? Can I go through to the next room? Can I just walk through the door? Can I just walk through? Yes, I can. But we got her down eventually and moved on to boss 3, Zek Voss, who turned out to be a little bit more than I could chew. But these little ones do seem to be getting me a little bit of health, so it should be fine. Let's do what we did last time. Just start beating the crap out of these buggers. No, we're not going to live this. Something's killing me. And down again. Okay, we're going to park All Deer, I think, for now. Except
It happened again.
after I gave up on this, I spent the rest of the stream starting the war campaign in Nazmir, but later that night off stream, I decided to give it another go. So it turned out that earlier in the Kul Tiran's epilogue, it was recommended to me that I should turn Chromie time back on so that I could carry on leveling faster. This is what caused everything to hit me quite hard and why the bosses took so long to kill. When I turned it off, it became incredibly easy to do, so I managed to clear it on Mythic with relative ease. thing the expansion wasn't supposed to have! After we finished Uldir, we ended up with a total ATT percentage of 30.94%. And that is where I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the War-Torn Task. Whatever it is you're doing for the rest of the day, and however it is you're doing it, I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Hello, before this video ends, I just want to very quickly give you a quick little announcement. The War-Torn Task community Discord server is now live. Come on in, we'll have some fun, have a chat, get to know people. The link is in the description and will be shouted out on stream every so often. So come along, we're going to have a great time. I will see you in there. Thank you so much for watching.